Look like the world ain't open back up again. A little bit.
It's like time and time again, I gotta remind myself what state of mind I'm in.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. We're gonna pass the phone back and forth, so
Okay.
I'll just ask you a couple of questions and
Okay.
stuff. But, you know, Marigolds Bloom.
Yes.
Really interesting film. So, if you don't mind me just saying, I really appreciate there was some Christian undertone throughout like the first 3/4. It was just undertone. And it was until like near the end that it became very heavy and very involved with
Yes,
that.
yes.
So, tell me your thoughts on that.
Well, I think it represents life. I mean, at times you're leaning on God and you feel like God's more around you. And other times you may feel like the devil's taken over and things are just not going well. So I think that's showing what life is like, basically. Yeah, they were struggling.
Sure.
Which anyone would, if something like that happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So it's funny because you look back at this, and this was 20 years ago
Yes.
when this thing was made. And looking at it now, with your involvement, would you have done anything differently?
I lost 20 pounds before that. No, it really wasn't my decision as far as doing anything differently. It was all Timothy and him doing that. But God rest his soul, him and his wife both have passed since then. And they would be thrilled to be attending this today. So I really wish they were here. But it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it a lot. But I don't know what I would do different. I guess the way it ended kind of left me questioning, but that's what Timothy wanted. He wanted to leave people, I think, at that point of wondering, well, what would I do in this circumstance? And I think he did a good job at that.
And even for like you said, we had discussed a little bit beforehand how it's just a limited group of people, but I mean that's a lot. That's a lot for a limited group of people working together to put a film together. Share a memory that you have, something that you thought was really impressive.
Well, I enjoyed it a lot because my husband and my 2 boys got to be extras in it, which was neat. They didn't have any lines, but they were in it, and so it was kind of a nice family thing, and several of my friends. And I got to meet a lot of nice people that I'm still friends with, which I enjoy. And one of my impressions mostly was the way that they showed the beautiful scenery from North Carolina. I like that, of Randolph County and Chatham County. And I thought that was really neat. And just the fact that family and friends, they stick together. And I think that was the main part of the film, is to show that you can lean on others. I only wish, it left me the impression I wish that Laura had done the same and turned to her best friend, Rosalie, which was myself playing, that she had turned to me or to someone. And I think that's the important message behind the film too, is when you're struggling like that, to reach out to someone instead of trying to have it on your own.
Well, how much further would you like to see this film do and go? Would you want to see any kind of like some kind of a streaming network pick it up or anything like that?
Yeah, I would love that. Timothy was working on that. They did take it to Sundace Film Festival, and they were shopping it to Lifetime and Hallmark and different places like that, and Country Music Television. But unfortunately, Timothy, God rest his soul, he left the earth a little bit too soon.
Right.
But Robert Redford was one of his friends, and he was in a movie with him on The Last Castle. And Robert Redford had seen the script of the movie and really liked it and influenced him to go ahead and make this movie. I think it will be a good one. So that was one reason he got to go to Sundance too, is knowing Robert Redford. I think that was kind of cool. But I would love to see it shown on film, even though it's kind of an older movie, 20 years old, but still, I think the story is still relevant today, and I think it would maybe be entertaining to some people. So.
Location-wise, I mean, mostly 100%, I'm guessing, is 100% Asheboro, right?
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah. Watching this, do you see some things you're like, yeah, that's not there anymore, and this is here anymore? I mean, it's a pretty, I guess visually it's an awesome land grab, because it's a good show for what the environment is like here for future filmmaking.
That's true. Yeah, North Carolina's a great place to film movies, and it's finally starting to pick up now, I think, especially in the Wilmington area and different places. in Asheville and stuff. So that's good because we have a lot to offer in the state, and I believe that it's I liked seeing some of the restaurants, something different. It's no longer available, but they filmed a lot of places like Sir Pizza. That wasn't in the film. That was something that they cut. But a lot of different places that I see every day, and I pass by, and I remember 20 years ago and filming there and what it was like, and it's pretty neat to see that.
Great. Is there anybody else in the audience that has a question or a comment?
I'm curious.
Yes.
Hi, I'm curious, when you say the story is based off of like a true life experience, or was it just an idea that you wanted to get this storyline across?
The question was,
real life, or is it story, you know what I mean?
right, the question is, was it based on real life, or is it?
Not that I know of. I believe it was, just from the brainchild of Timothy Walker when he wrote the story. He never told me that it come from a true story, but that would be sad if it did. But I'm sure life experiences might have added to the movie that he's been through, but as far as what happened. I like the fact that the church family and all stuff around. I think that's a good part of North Carolina too, that a lot of people are involved in that, and they hold on to that belief of having God to represent and be there and to help them through things. And that's another nice part of North Carolina. Well, other places too, but I think that's an important part of the film as well.
That's great. Anybody else? All right. Well, thanks for presenting your film.
Thank you.
Lighter than a sword. This is great.
Yes.
So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate being asked and appreciate the attention from the audience. Thank you.
Look like the world's getting ready to open back up again. A little bit.
It's like time and time again. I gotta remind myself what state of mind I'm in.
Gotta steal my
Tomorrow's not promised him, so give flowers to the kid now and honor him.
word.
Over time, though, the truth will be told. That Brueilly music, chicken soup for the soul.